I just want.
Welcome back to the Fix. It's boy Nara here with Ari, and we have your favorite singer in the building. But before we get to that, we have to say big ups to our sponsors. Itopia Live Herbos, where cannabis and culture combined for one of a kind experience. Visit them at 10A West Kings House Road, just across from the Canadian Embassy. Also, visit them on IG and their website at itopialife.com for latest info on strains and merch. Also,
Lothian's Boutique. Follow them on Instagram at Lothian's Boutique. You can check them out at 23 West Tradeway in Portmore. And you can use my code Ariane10 to get 10% off your next Monday purchase.
I don't know, so we have to big up our patrons, DB, Tamagood, Richard, Vaughn, Zach E, big up on the damn self. If you want bonus content, exclusive access to content, first access to content, you can go support us on patreon.com/thefixja. Big up all of our patrons and all our support to them too. You see me, big up on the damn self. All right, as I said, we'll have your favorite singer in the building. He goes by the name of Qyor.
But you may know him as Chevaughn.
That's previously known.
Yeah.
We have to talk about this name change and this rebrand, it seems. What led to it?
It's been in the works for a few years now. About 4 years ago, I cut my locks and I just allowed myself to start afresh in defining just my sound and a genre of music that I want to allow myself to confidently represent from Jamaica, which is exotic soul. And I mean, when I track back to the first recording in gospel music, to Holiday, to every song that I've done, that's what I brought to it, exotic soul. And that's why maybe it never do a certain kind of thing. You know, it never fall into the loop of what was hot or so, but it was felt, and that's the most important thing for me. So it came forward as just that. No, you know, I mean, wanted to change my name. I mean, Chevaughn is my government name, so I mean, it's not like I can run from that at all. Not trying to. But Qyor is it means a lot to me, the collective energy, and just where I started singing in church and in school in the choir. So for me, I stand with singing with the voices of my ancestors, with the voices of the ones who don't sing, who've inspired me. You know that it's a way deeper meaning behind it.
Yeah, and to speak on the deeper meaning too, because you are, as your name suggests, the new name suggests actually of like collaboration and working together to create something great.
Yeah.
And you've been known as somebody that's work behind the scene as a songwriter and a vocalist, and you're supporting major acts like Rita Marley, Jimmy Cliff. So it's just like, is that the reason now you want to do something on your own but still have that feeling of wanting to work together with people?
It's a good question. It's a placement. It's like we can support each other in seasons, and we can try to shy away from the spotlight for all our lives. So instead of shying away for most of my life and just being in the background, it's a season now. I embrace it without resistance. I've been placed in the forefront many times, even with Holiday, and just never cared for the spotlight. So we just we talk and we hold, because it is always more about the music, not the name that people call you or how them think you look. They remember the song. That's the main thing, and because the song is more important, we allow the music to do what it needs to do without interfering with it. You see me? And I think it's not a perfect state of knowing. It's just allowing yourself to know right now, and that's where I am. Just allowing it to be what it needs to be. For the better of the music will come through me,
You say you cut off your locks though, so was it that did they try to fit in with a certain
No, I just
crowd or me have asked that.
No, it's good. It's good. So growing up, I never saw it as something that I wanted to ever do.
Lock your ear?
Lock me here, but I never wanted to go to my barber. What do you like? Big up Nino. Like Nino trimmed me from me like 8 years old. Really want to see him, but when we see him cut it and we just give thanks. Him cut it good. Going through school, I just always had an afro. I always wanted to do something to express myself. I'm an artist, I'm a creative. When I finished college, all of my brethren just locked them here. All I noticed and just locked them here and I did it. As a ball around them, I was good. It wasn't trying to fit in or trying to fight it. I got a vision to grow my hair for 7 years until my first youth, and 7 years came before that. So I didn't bother to fight it. I fought it for a few months, and then after Delos passed, I was like, yo, no more resistance, and I cut it and I allowed myself to just kind of take on myself for a minute, wrote a song called Quintillionaire. Didn't even put it up for sale. I just released it and I just kind of allowed it to do what it needed to do, and just started to own that sound that was already there. I was writing it and giving it to what heap of people without standing up with it, you know. So I mean, it's just time now.
And Nino never pray you during that time.
No, big up Nino. No, big up Nino. Nino good.
Apparently, you guys in a relationship with the barber is very serious. I won't get into that.
Serious.
No, but I've always said that because I realized that you said that you shy away from the spotlight. But was it a thing where you had a desire of, or you felt that you could, but you didn't find your place in the spotlight? Because I mean, you feel like a knock.
So for me, music is a calling. So it's more on a purpose kind of driven path. But in all honesty now, we grew up in a church and them teach us a thing called humility. And it's a dreadful thing if it is not taught in a constructive, positive way. Because you end up shy away and create this giant of a coward inside of yourself. Call it humility. And I can confess that's what happened.
Well, that's
with me.
insightful, yeah.
And it's happened to a whole heap of my brethren them too. Like a whole heap of people who you see who have great talent. You see them doing so much, but them just don't see it. And a whole heap of times, like I work with artists and sometimes Tyrus would cuss me. Sometimes people be like, yo, just step out now. And I, my brain, I step out. I do it, but wake up every day, you call me, you get me, I call you. We create music and that's it for me. It's a great joy. But I mean, allowing yourself to just step forward and really stand and own your sound and own it in a very strong way. That's
so
really...
this name change, this rebranding, is you saying no? Because I guess I asked the question earlier, but I guess in a little bit more in a different ways. Like, this is you now claiming your position in dancehall and your spot in dancehall. And well, yes, because it's not really dancehall, they do exactly so. But is you trying to make a name for yourself more than what we know if as a good singer?
Is me allowing myself to stand beside all that comes with me. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Like, genuinely.
Okay.
That's what it is.
So what you say, like your song "Wake Up and Live" is like it hold more meaning. It's like the lyrics of that song, and based on what you just say, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I really wish people, and I know for sure now, and I give thanks for it. Like as a little youth, I used to do interviews and like, what you really want out of music? I really just want everybody to hear my music and feel something. Smile, cry, laugh, whatever you're going to do, but feel something. And when I go back and I listen to it or I read some of them interviews, that's what I was saying then. And that's what means the most to me now. So when people go and grab for them songs, Wake Up and Live and Quintillionaire, and grab for everything that I've done before and them listen keenly, they'll realize that I've always represented one genre of music. And that is exotic soul. It's just my sound is soul. If you listen to Holiday, you don't know who it is, but you feel something and you want to sing, you want to move. Like, I bring that to it, and that's you have to own it. You can't fight that.
And even Holiday in and of itself, that's an anthem that has lasted a decade now.
Man,
more than a decade.
I don't think.
Every summer that can play, every one, or you sing it to you feel the summer and the freeness.
Yeah.
As if the place don't open now, that song would go off even more. Like, you would get a radio.
I feel like when it open up again.
Yeah, man.
That'll be a next one.
Yeah, man. Holiday. Yeah.
For real.
How much people recognize you from that song then?
From Holiday?
Yeah, from Holiday. I'm pre-say, you know what I'm saying?
It's him.
Yeah.
As in, ask me again.
Like, how much people recognize or associate you with that song?
Overall?
Yeah.
Because you think more the credit would more go to Ding Dong.
Yeah, it did, because and Ding would cuss me like him. He say, "Oh, what you mean? You know, sister song I got bust." But we not think about that. Like we're out of college, we are create music. We're up on tour. Like Unga and Riff was touring with Killer them and with Steve Marley, and I was touring with different people. I was touring Europe and thing and Africa, doing reggae music as a part of C-sharp band. We not think about glory like that. We just do music. We love music. So when Holiday forward, it's like, all right, mad. We say Ding, all right, cool, road. Him say, yo, come at the party there and we go on. We did it. We're afraid. We don't really know where to go on, but Ding say road, so we're on the road, And his sister, the song really do it. But my name wasn't even on the first release in 2009.
It was.
My name went on it 2010 on the re-release. So it was just, it's one of the things where people know your voice, and once they hear you sing it, them say, oh
It's
crap,
you.
I him.
Mm.
But I mean, face wise now, people never know. Other than the people who have followed me like as a little youth, we come through music. Like people who know say, yeah, Chevaughn.
So how
Was it a fight to get your name on the song? Or
No,
was
it
just
wasn't. So let me say it. No, I don't speak about it much. Being the lead singer of C Sharp band, I saw a lot of bands break apart, and I chose not to do that with distracting myself with too many things.
Mm.
So it was a huge sacrifice for the sake of loyalty to what the mission was at the time. As the lead singer of the band, stop doing harmony, stop going with everybody, trying to focus the energy on being the lead singer of the band. Holiday come around and it's a mega song, and you're like, yo, take it. And I'm like, we need for me to my band members. So that was what it was. And then the meeting didn't happen quick enough because everybody was touring. So by the time everybody got back to Jamaica, the song had to be out by June. Yeah, around June 2009. And then by the time they got back, it was like, cool, let's do road, let's do whatever we're doing. The video was being done. The video was done before they got back to Jamaica, so I was barely in it. I was in it in a pink shirt at the end, I was in it in a white t-shirt at the beginning. That was it.
Such continuity there.
It's just like, hey, yeah, that's right. Yep. So it's like, people wouldn't know my face, but it was a great part of it where I can give thanks that I was honest to myself. I mean, I never stopped the music for sure again. I sang it. What if different people we asked to sing it too? Yeah. Because it was like, yo, you have to step forward, and we tried different artists stepped up and sang the chorus for us in the recording, and the producers were like, no, yo, you.
Was it this a case where you wrote the entirety of the song, or just your?
So me and Unga wrote my bridge that you hear.
Yeah.
We had 2-3 of those as a verse because it wasn't supposed to have Ding on it. We were doing other productions, like we produced Galley sang them songs for Ding, so we were doing other songs for Ding, and we had an artist in mind, and the artist flew out on the day that he told us to come check him. So we went to Ding, drop off the CD, and
who was the artist, if you care to answer?
It's not a bad thing because he never go. It's just that the timing was messed up.
Okay. That you just know say you feel for mentioning him name, so I say I wonder.
Yeah. But we're good still, because it's an artist from work, just the same. So we played the song. We played his song, Ding. We played it for him, and then Holiday came right afterwards on the CD that we had in the car. And he said, hold on, don't stop it. And I said, no, man, I don't hear a thing. And I said, nah, play that. And him hear it, and him say, all right, I mind this, no. And I said, really? You have a different artist in mind? And him I said, no, man. How was this, man? I could do it. And we just never fight it. And it's happening in an effortless kind of way, too. Effortless. Really, really nice song. And again, we don't fight the music. We don't fight the song from being what it needs to be. Whomever sing it is whomever supposed to sing it. You know what I mean? Like the song bigger than us as artists. And I'm not try to stop that. You know what I mean?
It's safe to assume, say, you never really expect it to be that. Be this
No,
big.
every song for me means the world. So the one thing I allow myself to learn every day is compassion. How to communicate my passion. So I'm passionate about something, but if I can't communicate it to you, you can have no care for what I'm sharing with you.
True.
It's compassion. You know what I mean? And I feel like my confidence in everything when my vessel is up. It's good. If it's not good, me tell myself, this can't fix. It can be better. But Holiday is a great song. It was one of many other songs that we had at the time. Really great songs. But of course, timing is important. Knowing your market is important. And Ding know that. Ding knew it then too. Yeah, like yeah. Like trust me, not see people work song like Ding. Him work
That's true,
that
and
song
of course,
like,
him don't have the team already.
yeah, and the ravers did the same.
Yeah,
And him say,
yeah.
yo, come out on the bed and
It
come
was
on the road.
automatic.
You know what I mean? So it did a lot for that too. Like timing and marketing was important with it. It never break until ATI 2010. But it was a year of working that song non-stop. You know what I mean? So yeah. It was big, and I knew it was going to be big. Of course, we loved it, but knowing how big it was going to become, for sure not. But hoping that it would. Every song we put out.
Don't we talk about this new song now?
Yep.
Hi.
Yeah.
Be
Featuring
high.
Kranium and Dexta Daps.
Yeah.
How the collab there come about now?
So I've been working with Kranium for a few years now. For a few years now, and he was in Jamaica 2 years ago. And he was working on, singles with different producers. And he was working on something with Stax. And he was like, yo, Stacks, I need something, singer, something different, something fresh, something where you don't hear him do it. And about 3 o'clock in the morning, Stacks IG me, and Stacks like, yo, I'm fine it, listen to this, send me a little voice note. And I was like, all right. Start vibe it, went back to bed, woke up back, went to the studio in the night, and them go buy food and leave me alone in the studio. And but after just allow the music to kind of dismiss everything else that I was hearing and just give me what it wanted me to sing. And yeah, it gave me that melody. Way up there, and I was like, yo, you're sure? I mean, we can sing it, but like, do we want to do that, like, you know, as a sound on a beat like this? The beat is fresh and it's warm, it's inviting. It have that, yeah, man. It feel very, you know, like it crossing generations. It's pretty warm with the old school vibe, but it's fresh and smooth too, you know? And I was like, all right, we're not fight it. Kranium them come back to the studio and everybody's like, Kranium say, this is fine, this is it? I say, yeah. I say, all right, let's go. So, you know, him trust me, which I give thanks for. Sang my demo, sang my vocals that night. I didn't get a chance to sing it over at all. So that's where you hear the demo.
Really?
Yeah, that's the first vocals, only vocals I did for the song. That's it. Kranium did his
People
verse.
must love work with you.
Because you want the first time and
Efficient.
that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to sing it over because, you know, as a singer, I said
Yeah.
yesterday,
Yeah,
we
of
can
course.
sing it better, we can sing
Yeah.
it more feel and this and that, but it fit the song, it fit the mood, right? So I mean, you know, we're gonna fight it. Kranium did his verse in LA, and then I was working on Vent album with Dexta last year. And in the midst of it, Dexta is like, yo, play something for me where I work on. I want to hear where I work on. Played him the song, and I'm like, all right. And we vibe it, write it. We voiced it at Frankie's studio. This is in the middle of him doing Vent. So I mean, it's an honor, and I'm say, yo, run with it. Him say, yo, run with it. I've worked with a lot of artists. I go to this part of it. I've worked with a lot of artists, and a lot of them mean well. A lot of them don't get the chance to do well. But they mean well. So I give thanks for the ones who do well. Big up all the ones who mean well, you know.
Yeah.
But the ones
Whole
who
of
get
them
it-
want mean well.
Yeah, and we give thanks to
Well,
it.
they're trash.
Nah, but we give thanks to the one who really like step up and really say, yo, Chev, run. Yo, choir, run.
Yeah.
And we're going to push for that. And we're going to, yo, yeah, the rebrand is important. Yo, let's do
Yeah.
that. And, you know,
Because it's important to know that Kranium, even though I'm sure it's a conversation that you guys had because it's on his channel.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm assuming that because he's signed to Atlantic, he probably have more eyes on people on him. So it'll be easier to just say, well, we'll work through that channel. Or I just put it on his channel, his YouTube channel.
yeah,
That's-
I didn't have a community with shifting name. So the rebranding caused me to not have a community. And you have to think about algorithm and them thing there. Like, you think about how you're going to share this music. Like, we have to be intentional. We can't come, you know. Again, it's not no ego thing.
Right.
It's about if the music is going to be placed, who going to place it to people.
True.
You know what I mean? So, yo, give thanks that his team was okay with it. We're like, yo, we put it up. You know what I mean? So we give thanks for that.
Yeah.
Like,
And
then
it's
team
your
up.
song, and it's still your
Yeah,
song.
man.
Yeah.
Squire,
It's our
featuring
song. You know what I mean?
Kranium.
So it's still, it still benefits everybody, no matter
Yeah.
who share it first or so. You know what I mean? So that, there's so much about music that I appreciate. And again, we go back to the collective energy, and even within like Jamaican music, the more we understand the importance of no man is an island. Everything can be so much better for the music and for the culture too, you know. Just like the ego nice when you know, as a star, yeah, you're a star. When it comes to creating the magic for people,
Yeah.
you can't have that.
True.
So I mean, you've been in this for like, we can't even count the years that you've
Don't
been in
want to
music,
tell
and you know you're charting a new course now. Like, of all the years, what are some of the major lessons that you've learned? Because you're talking to you realize that marketing, which you think you could learn from Ding, you know.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
and you know, just having that confidence, because they say, you know, you probably had a little coward fear spirit
Yeah.
when you started out. So are you learning, or what are the changes that we can expect to see going forward?
All right. So clarity, consistency, and confidence.
Triple C.
Yeah. Big up Paul Edwards. He's my spiritual coach. So there's something he worked with me, and it was something.
I need me one of those, by
Yeah.
the way.
Big up,
I
big up.
swear.
You're good. It's and it's not a crazy thing. It's very plain and very, very practical. And we were talking a few years ago, and he said, he went through like years, like every 3 years of my life, and he said, name those 3 years, name those 4 years, name those 5 years. And it was shocking for me, like paying attention to like how I really felt at that point in my life. And even when I was earning a lot, or I was traveling a lot, or I had nothing, just to see what word I used to describe it was important. So clarity was something that I allowed myself every day to kind of allow it to be. Like, what are you clear about? No, like, what is it that where are you? Who am I? What am I? Where am I? How am I? You know, that clarity. And when you see that, allowing that confidence in trusting what you see in the mirror, the allness of you, for just be okay with it. It's you. That's what defines you. Even with the so-called lack that it can be described as, it's still you. Be okay with you and be confident in that. And then after you're confident in it, just be consistent, man. Wake up and allow yourself to say, it's a reason why they put us through school. Give us a timetable, create a certain discipline. Yeah, we might have been bored at times, might have skipped class at times, but it created it in us a consistency. That even if it's not as frequent as you'd want, it's still consistent. So that's what every day, even now, like representing myself and being called Qyor, representing my genre of music, soul, XOUL, is just clarity, confidence, and consistency.
I feel this song is a perfect way to launch the rebrand. Isn't it? Teaming up with the two
Mega
bad
stars.
singers, like three bad singers for one song, and the song itself bad.
Because even too, I was just wondering, like, are you team up with somebody like Dexta Daps who's very raunchy, and you know, girls them love it like that, and Kranium also too, him always start sing about things. So it's like, is that something that we can anticipate to in your musical direction, like you being more confident but going into that deeper sexy side as a singer? Because it's a wave now, like people love when them are singers or male singers especially, like,
yeah, it's the wave, but I'm good with the ebb and the flow. Yeah, I mean, it's nice, surf the waves if that's for you, but
you're still a Christian at the core of you, that's why.
No.
Oh, you're not a Christian anymore?
No, I don't fight Christianity. I don't zone into religion though. I appreciate like myself as a spiritual being, and I them as spiritual beings too. Putting away all the carnal sides of us, which is exciting too, but there's so much more to us than that. It's nice, we can wear the things them and go to places and things, but there's so much more that we're here to allow ourselves to be. You know what I mean? So I'm not resistant, again, to answer not resistant to topics, but I mean, they do it, but they are great songwriters without it. You have people who depend on the raunchy to get attention. Dexta Daps is a lyricist. Kranium is a lyricist. Like him call himself melody goddess for a reason. Like, it's serious. Like, they write really well. I worked on Sasko's last 2 projects with him as well. And you're just being exposed to these artists who sometimes people don't want to understand the depth of it. But them is masters. They are masters at what they do. You know what I mean? I have to give them that. I have to give them props.
So how you work with some of these artists though? Because you know, you acknowledge that they're good writers, and I'm sure they are. Yes, of course they are. But like, how do you play into that? Because I thought that you were, you know, you help Pat write and you help with the vocals, like
minds.
Okay.
Yeah. So them appreciate me, them respect me for my level of execution. I respect them. I will create music. There are things that I'll coach them with vocally, because I'm a nerd with that. I go to school, and you know, I coach a lot.
Okay.
A lot of artists I've worked with, I've coached them vocal coaching. So it's just that them call me, them say, yo, I'm working on a project, I want you to come through, and we vibe through the projects, approach, make suggestions, change some stuff. I'm a producer as well, so as it relates to playing stuff, suggesting others to be a part of it, so that the collective energy can bring more ears to it when it's done. So I play that role: vocal arranger, co-producer, co-writer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's important for people, you see me, know your story, and for them know, say, like your history within the music.
Because I mean, we've talked to so many people, and they've always said like Chevaughn, and I've always heard your name come up, especially as like a really good writer, and you work with, you know, you're really big behind the scenes, but you know, being in the forefront, you know, I saw, you know, it's just like so it's just like how we're going to see this difference now with Qyor. So.
The difference with Qyor is that Qyor is really allowing himself to stand beside again his genre of music now, which is not only mine, it's Sharita's You know Sharita? Beautiful singer.
Name's
Heard the name,
familiar,
yeah,
yeah.
same thing.
Magnificent. And she sings exotic soul just the same.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of artists now who they will say dancehall and they will say reggae because that's all they've been served.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, not a lot of us are at the place where we can bravely and boldly stand up beside a genre of music, name it, and stand beside it. Like the other day I was talking to Fire Roll and he's like, yo, Fire Roll said Grime Hall. And I appreciate it. Like, we're at a point in music where you're going to tell me that over the last 20 years, we are afraid of creating something new, standing beside it. Like, nothing's wrong. If you want to do dancehall, it's good. Reggae, it's great. Rocksteady, perfect. Skia, Mentor, Naya Bingi, it's ours. But be okay standing beside a new genre of music. Name your thing and stand beside it.
Can feel that. And do it like I like the artists that do it and do it well. You know, and that are not afraid to
Yeah,
venture out, you know, them.
even if me not think it well, but it's a part of their consistency, it means that they're representing themselves the way that they're happy with. And that's art. You appreciate it for what it gives, what it brings to you. You know what I mean?
Well, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Choir, me, Chevaughn. Big up yourself,
Yeah,
though.
man. Give thanks.
And this song as well. Big bad song. Love
Give
the
thanks,
song.
give
Love the song.
thanks.
What the people them can follow up on the socials, though?
I am Qyor everywhere. I am Qyor.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere.
Anything that you can tell the people them for look out for the rest of the year?
Oh yeah.
From
Look out for
Qyor.
the live performance at Beehive coming soon.
See
What
that?
heap of performances of that?
When
look
that?
out we have a virtual one that we editing now.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going
And
to
then
say
we
if it's a live performance in the August, I may want to reconsider.
Well, here me I
Do
said
it
to the
now.
idea.
Now.
Here me I said to the
Don't shut
idea.
it down.
Well, anywhere you see Dexter, you're gonna see Qyor. Anywhere you see Kranium, you're gonna see Qyor.
Man,
Ah,
man.
nice.
So that's the mission as well, to make sure that we do it together as well.
Mm.
You don't see it often where a song is supported, a collaboration is supported by all artists.
That's true.
You don't see it often. So when you see it, this is gonna be one of the songs where you're gonna see it.
Magic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly that.
Give thanks, Square.
Respect our leave.
Yeah, man. I we that people.